Hey, no, we gonna start it right there. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. What?
No, go ahead. Introduce.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Polytickin Podcast. My name is Marcus, and I'm here with Sefa M, and we are debating the pronunciation of Hogwarts, School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, bro.
Do you know why they say that like that? Because they're from England, and that's how they say warts.
Right, but we still pronounce it warts here.
No, we don't. How you go? First of all, how you go?
Accent doesn't change anything.
It does. What are you talking about? Accents change the pronunciation of all words. That's what an accent is.
Not in our American accent.
This guy
is crazy, bro.
How do you say bacon?
Bacon.
How do they say bacon?
Bacon.
No, they don't.
How do they say it? How do they say it? They don't say bacon. What are you talking about, bro?
Bro, it's different. You can't take a word that we say. I mean, you can't speak the way we speak and then just one word say it the way they say it.
Right, because we all have different accents, but it's still pronounced in the same kind of way, bro. Is it not?
No.
Does the accent make it that different? Hogwarts? I guess just in my mind, I'm just like, dude, Hogwarts, as in warts on a fucking hand.
I mean, honestly, it don't sound that different to me. So either way is cool. But the fact that you're trying to gatekeep.
I'm gatekeeping Hogwarts, bro.
Yeah, like you went there. Like you could have. Come on, bro. You a muggle, bro. Come on, let's get it straight.
I'm a muggle.
Wait, so you a Harry Potter fan for real?
I am.
I didn't know that. I was unaware. You never let it be known. That's why. You know what I'm saying?
What are you talking about?
I never heard.
I about it for years.
Really? I forgot.
Prisoner of A. Azkaban.
This guy say all the words like the Europeans.
Azkaban. I was saying all like that. Harry Potter.
Now, okay, I didn't know. So, all right, bro. Well, before we dive into that topic, though, man, how you been, Mr. Hogwarts?
I've been good, bro. Just
yeah.
Working. It was actually a slow week, bro. It's very slow. I just haven't gotten into it. I've just been, just working, trying to make money and doing shit for the show. So
I don't know. I've been seeing it. You've been doing all the reels and whatnot. I see you.
I'm trying to. Just fucking tired. I'm tired of work. I'm tired of working.
Whoa. Yeah. Did you see the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I did. I saw most of it. I missed the last 5 minutes, but I heard there was another fucked up blown call by the ref that determined the outcome of the game.
Yeah, that was crazy. But it was, it was necessary. You know what I'm saying? It was needed.
Yeah.
Shout out to the San Francisco. Shout out to the San Francisco Chiefs. You feel me?
Yeah.
I was watching that game. I didn't really care until I did.
Yeah.
Chiefs started coming back. Chiefs started coming back. I said, you know what? These Eagle fans was talking hella crazy. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Mahomes. So yeah, man. So do you watch football a lot?
Nah.
No.
Mm-mm.
I think for the Super Bowl, I think the Eagles had the better team, but I feel like Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
You can't put nothing. Yeah.
Bro, even someone that like a casual football fan or like sports fan like me knows like that dude is different, bro.
Yeah.
You put him anywhere, like he'll be, he's gonna take your team somewhere, bro.
He's like, so to me, I equivalent him to Steph Curry.
Mm-hmm.
Like anything can happen if you have him on your team. It don't matter if you down by like 20, 21 points in the fourth quarter. Like he's one of those guys. Like it ain't over till it's over, and so that's exactly what happened. This one was injured, and he made it happen. So
didn't he re-injure his shit? He
yep.
looked like he was grimacing in pain over there.
At the end of the second quarter, yeah. It looked like he wasn't going to come back out. So, yeah, man, shout out to the Chiefs. Shout out to my O's, Danny Shelton on the squad. You feel me? Got his second ring. Juju Smith-Schuster got his first ring.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's it. That's all the Usos on that team.
Mm.
But, yeah, bro.
So neither of us have rings. Fuck. Fuck.
I like how you said that like we was like one thing off from
Right.
being able to get a ring. Like
Yeah.
if my knee didn't met, like we was nowhere
Yeah, we
near.
one of those. I bet I could throw a football over them mountains.
Shout out to Uncle Rico.
Uncle Rico.
But let's get back to the Harry Potter talk because you know what I'm saying. We got another fan on the podcast. I didn't know that, but you know. Wait, did we really talk about Harry Potter before?
We've talked about Harry Potter before, yeah.
Were you enthusiastic?
Okay,
or
I'm pretty enthusiastic about Harry Potter, man.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You read the books?
I did read the books.
Oh, you read the books?
Yeah, I read the books.
Like, how did you read them, though? Like, for real read them? Or
like, how did I read? I didn't skim them. I read each one at least 4 or 5 times.
4 or 5 times?
Each one, yeah. Well, maybe not the 7th one, because the 4th one is a fucking chore to get through.
Yeah.
That shit is a fucking encyclopedia, bro. Like 1,000+ pages of fucking garbledy-gook. I learned that word from that fucking book. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Okay. Yeah, I read all the books too. I don't know if I read them 4 or 5 times though.
Hey.
Nerd. I don't know if I did that.
Nerd. Fucking loser. Like I said it too. I tried to get into fucking Lord of the Rings too, the books and all that old timey English. No, fuck all that. But we're getting off topic. We have to talk about Hogwarts Legacy. Have you played it?
No, but I've been watching people play it, and damn, bro.
Yeah, I've only seen a little bit of clips too. That shit is hard.
That mug make me wanna, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Spend it on a PS5 real quick. But it come out on PS4 in April.
Yeah.
So
I just learned that too.
Yeah,
I thought we had it. Yeah, I want to get it too.
Yes. But aside from what was you saying?
I was saying, what house would you go with?
I gotta go with Gryffindor. You know, I always feel like I'm the main character.
What a basic fucking guy answer.
That's basic. So
yeah,
what are you?
Gryffindor?
What are you, a Hufflepuff?
I'd go Ravenclaw. Switch it up.
What is Ravenclaw known for? Being dumb?
Being a fucking the fucking diadem, the princess diadem.
This guy.
I think they're like fucking, I don't know.
You want to be a princess?
I don't want to be a princess.
You just said that's what they're known for.
They're known for the princess's diadem. That was one of the Horcruxes. That's all I know about Ravenclaw.
This guy just watched the movie. This guy just watched the movie.
It was in the book too.
It's the only thing you know about Ravenclaw is the one time they talk. Dude, you did not read no books 4 or 5 times, bro. Man. That's all you know about Ravenclaw is they had a tiara.
What do you know? What do you know about Ravenclaw? What are their things?
Nothing. I didn't claim that I wanted to be in their house. This guy trying to be different. You want to be Ravenclaw?
I was to be Ravenclaw.
Because you know they had a diadem. It's a tiara, dog. This guy's trying to say diadem, yo. Yeah. Look for your mind because you done lost it.
I done lost it. So people are probably just either going Gryffindor or Slytherin.
Yeah, I don't know anybody who would choose Hufflepuff. Isn't that where the nerds is at?
I think the nerds are at fucking Ravenclaw.
This guy trying to make it so smart. I'm sick of this guy, yo. I think so too, though. Honestly, one of them is nerds, and the other ones they eat a lot. So I mean, maybe I'd like Hufflepuff more.
I know the homie Luna's in there.
I thought Luna was Gryffindor, no?
No.
I got to fact check, man. I don't know about
Yo, see?
I don't know, man. I thought everyone that they hung out with was Gryffindor.
Mm-mm.
So anyways, man, we get
out with was Gryffindor. Everybody.
I thought they was
Gryffindor. No, man, there was inter-house friendship, bro.
Where?
The only ones that was negated was fucking Slytherin because they're all Slytherins. You know what I'm saying?
But who was they hanging out with that wasn't Gryffindor?
Fucking Luna Lovegood, bro.
Okay, first of all, they didn't really hang out with her.
Yeah, they did. What are you talking about?
They just knew her.
What, they went on adventures together, bro? What are you talking about?
That was
What are you?
All right, anyone
a life and death situation with Luna Lovegood, and she wasn't the homie. Oh, I hate this show.
Anyway, who else besides Luna? It wasn't from Gryffindor that was with them.
That was with them. me see.
No one.
No one? Hey, Cho, too. They didn't hang out with Cho, but she was in there with him.
Harry
learning
was
the
trying.
dark arts.
Harry was trying to hang out with him.
You know what I mean? He was trying to chang with her. You know what I mean?
Anyways, bro, we way off topic. So
That's cool.
anyway, the reason why we brought this up was because there's a bunch of controversy, and there are people saying that they shouldn't be playing the game. Marcus, people can see you when you do that.
I know.
No.
I know. That's so weird. All right, go ahead.
So there's a big controversy because people feel like they shouldn't be supporting this game because J.K. Rowling has come out and she has had some very controversial and very ignorant takes to a lot of people. A lot of people feel that way.
Yeah, she's considered what a turf.
What does that mean?
I don't know what the acronym is. We're gonna look it up right now so we don't misinform. But it's someone who she's very against the trans community. I think she's against the idea of them being biological women.
Okay.
So, can of worms, leave that alone, right?
Yeah.
Because we're talking about the game, and there's a lot of like streamers who refuse to play the game because they don't want to be seen as transphobes by who they see, like the leftist, the strong left, who will like come in and be like, hey, you're supporting a fucking transphobe in J.K. Rowling when you play her game.
Yeah.
But it's like, bruh, she had minimal input in the game.
But I mean, all right. So how do you feel about that?
I mean, they have a valid point, I guess, but I mean, it's like, I don't think you're a transphobe if you fucking if you support or if you play her game, bro. She has like barely any stake in it, and plus, it feels like everything that we have, it supports an unethical person.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Speak on it. Okay.
Like the phones we're using right now to do this fucking show. What is that? Child labor. The shirt I'm wearing. You know what I'm saying? Like everything that we have and own is like it supports someone unethical, so it's everywhere. So just abandon everything that you have and just go native. Because dude, you'll be of the people then. You'll be of the earth.
Yeah, that's
you won't be supporting any immoral causes by doing
that. So on the flip side, right? Because I do agree with that. I feel like every major corporation has a foundation built on not so great things.
Yeah.
Definitely. And but on the flip side of that, like the clip that we was talking about, what was his name?
Hassan Piker, but he goes by Hassan Abi on Twitch. Is whatever, big streamer.
So
32 years old, and we know streamers, bro.
31.
Right.
So, the reason why this clip was important to me or stood out to me was because he was upset and he was like, you got streamers out here that are scared to play this game because they're in fear that they're gonna get canceled or they're gonna do this or that. They can't even play a game anymore. And then they had a clip underneath that where a guy was playing the game and his chat was going crazy, calling him all kinds of things. And his girlfriend was crying. And then he ended up saying, okay, I'm just gonna get off. And he got off.
Right.
My thing about that is, bro, like the more familiar you get yourself with, or the more you learn about the past, and the more you learn about just the different protests and this and that that have taken place before, I think you can look at this and be like, this is the new age protesting. It really is. I'm not opposed to it. I don't feel a way either way. I'm gonna play the game if I want to play the game, and I'm not transphobic. But to me, I'm like, well, if that's what they feel, if that's how strongly they feel, then do that. You know what I mean? you can't be mad at people protesting. You could disagree with it, but I don't think you should be like upset. And for the people, and for the streamer dude who was streaming and his girl got upset and cried and they got off, and they was just saying like, "Oh, we can't even play the game." No, you can play the game. You just can't monetize it.
Right.
And that's where the people are upset. But it's like, bro, if you have an audience, if these people are tuned into you and this is your audience and they disagree with what they're doing, they have every right to not support you. They have every right to protest you or to speak their mind. Because if that's the case, then don't play it on the platform. Play it at home. Enjoy yourself.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like the people that are complaining about what I would call the online protesting, the new age protesting. The only people that are complaining about it are the people who are not able to monetize it.
Mm.
And it's just like, bro, what do you expect? Your platform, you built your platform, but it's supported by people. And if the people that you support are not okay with that, you either can A, listen to the people who support you so they can continue to support you, or B, do exactly what you want to do and then risk not being supported. You can't have it both ways.
No.
So that's the only thing. Like, I get why people are protesting. I understand, because if they came out with a game that was based in, I don't know, Dragon Ball Z, and the creator of Dragon Ball Z came out and said Samoans are stupid, or Samoans don't know anything, they're dumb. I met them and they're big for nothing and blah blah blah. If they said something like that, I would feel the exact same way.
Right.
Like, I would not I would think, oh, if you're playing a game, then you hate someone. I don't think that. But it's like, nah, you
Why would I?
support.
Yeah. Why would I support this fucking guy who said dumbass shit?
Yeah, and people saying that, and people saying like, oh, she had nothing to do with the game, and oh, she's very minimal in the proceeds or whatever. Bro, if this game blows up, video games, who do they target mostly? Children.
Children.
And everybody knows, to sustain a legacy or to sustain a career in anything, you go for the children because they're gonna grow up with it. So the way that we grew up with Harry Potter, how we read it from the third. I started in the third grade, read it in the third grade. Now I'm 31, and I'm still interested in Harry Potter stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There's probably a third grader who loves video games, who's gonna play this game not knowing anything about anything, and him and his friends and his classmates and his generation are gonna fall in love with it again. And what happens when they're in high school? They have this demand for, like, oh, Harry Potter, anything. And she comes right back around, J.K. Rowling comes right back around, writes another story about some random person in the history of Hogwarts. And bam, that's another multi-million-dollar deal based off of the interest that this game has generated, based off of Twitch streamers playing it, these kids who love Twitch streamers watching it, and then it just goes on from there. So I could see why people want to nip it in the bud. I could see why people are upset, and I don't think that they're transphobic
For
because
playing
they're
the game?
or playing the
No.
game.
Yeah, that's
But
a really stupid fucking hill to die on, bruh.
that's
What a
that's
stupid idea.
extreme. That's
Yeah, hella
very
extreme.
extreme. But I can see why they're protesting, and I'm not mad at it. So I think there's like the two spectrums. Like people think it's either you're transphobic, or like, it's like, it doesn't have to be that gray. Like, there's gray areas. Life is more nuanced.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I just think there's better ways to label it. But I agree with, hey man, if you want to protest, go ahead and do that. If that's in
Okay,
your
so
heart.
you're right. So you're cool with the idea of them protesting, but I mean, what do you think of the protest itself? I think they're fucking stupid
Why do you say that?
because we just said it. I don't think you're a transphobe if you play the fucking game. So the people who have that stance is like, why do you think that way? That's cool. That's cool. You can have, we just established that it's cool to protest that shit, but it's like, that's a weird protest to have, bruh. And I looked at it at a completely different angle too. Like I was looking at it like Hassan Abi or Pike or whatever the fuck. Like he, we touched on it on the show. Like what really matters is the people who give out the message. Like Russ. We had our early talks about Russ,
Uh-huh.
and like his message is great, but
Yeah.
because of who it is, it's kind of hard to fall. It's kind of hard to be behind what he says because of the how he like portrays himself. It
Yeah.
was the same thing with Piker. That's what I got. Because like he's over here being scared of playing the game so he doesn't look like a transphobe, because he said that like the leftist media is over here like they're really like on people's asses about doing that shit. But bro, you contributed that yourself. You have a long history. There are people with long histories of being that extreme left where they would attack anyone they see as transphobes. And he attacked other trans people. You know what I'm saying? He attacked other trans people just for speaking up about, him not being trans and acting like he knows everything about their fucking whatever. So it's like, bro, you wanna avoid playing this game because you wanna avoid the people that you fucking help create. So it's full of shit. You're full of shit. So fuck off, Hassan Piker. You
Hold on.
suck.
Hold on. I'm not really following. I don't know too much about him, that's why.
Right. Well,
So
see,
what
I
what
kind of
he
went on
used
a
to
little
be?
deep dive.
Oh yeah, I
Wait, what do
love
you mean?
that.
What
So he
do you mean?
used to be
Not even used to be. He's still a political streamer who does video games too. So he has very like leftist leaning opinions about shit. And
Oh, so he's just calling out his own side.
his own side, I guess. Maybe he's calling out his own side. I don't know.
I
If
mean,
not calling out his own side, like he's avoiding the worst parts of it, which he knows because that nigga, he does the same exact shit.
well, I think that's more commendable, honestly,
What?
because if that's the side he's on, and then like me, like I'm like, okay, I'm not transphobic at all, but if I'm on this side of leaning left or whatever you want to call it, and there's people also on the left, but they're saying they're transphobic, and I'm like, bro, they're not transphobic. They're supporting the person that is. But if you calling out your own side, I don't really.
He didn't really call it out though.
Oh, okay, well,
He didn't call it out. He just said he just said the people on the left. I mean, I guess in a way he did call them out, but dog, he didn't explicitly say like uh uh that he thinks that if you play the game you're a transphobe, bro. Like the way he came off to me was he was scared to play that game because he didn't want to be labeled as a transphobe, bro. You know what I mean?
I
It
mean,
might be lost in translation.
yeah. Because to me, I feel like if he was
Because
more
if you see it, bro, I don't think you would see that he's calling out his side, bro. The extreme parts of whatever way he leans politically, bro. Like to
okay,
me, it looks like someone who doesn't want to face the wrath of the shit that he is a part of, that he perpetuates himself.
okay, maybe I gotta rewatch it because I don't recall, and I got my phone using the camera, but
Yeah.
yeah, okay, I might be wrong. But yeah,
Yes.
regardless though, I mean, it doesn't have to be that extreme to
No,
take
it
a chance.
doesn't.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, see, we're on the same page, bro. It does not have to be that extreme. It does. All right, so we're back from intermission. Try to figure out what the hell we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
Wait, am I
We had to
introing the show again?
Nah, not just that. That's cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
We just had to take a little break because we got kind of lost in our thoughts and
Did we?
we were rambling.
Yeah.
That's my fault. That's my fault. My fault. Marcus brought up an interesting topic throughout the week.
And
so he was asking, he was saying, let's talk about how we process grief.
yeah.
And I was wondering, I wanted to ask you, but then I wanted to save it for the show. What made you come up with that?
Well, I've heard that idea tossed around by family, and we've had our own discussions about like grief and stuff, and it's something that's always sitting in my mind, bro. Just I've always felt like the way Samoans have handled grief is just so different from everyone else, but that's just ignorant. Obviously, we all handle things differently. It's not like a cultural thing. But then I was just like, maybe it could be a cultural thing. Just because of the whole process of a Samoan funeral is so taxing on you just like mentally, financially. So I've always been curious as to how other people have processed their grief because, man, are we're losing a lot of our peoples, man, and a lot of us have lost a lot of peoples. I've always felt like the way I've processed my own grief was different from everyone around me who wasn't Samoan. I feel like only Samoans will understand how I feel, which is probably also ignorant.
Well, I think they could probably understand you the best. But
Yeah.
so when it comes to that, what is your process? How do you
Damn,
process grief?
you're asking how I process grief?
Well, I mean, how do we get to know
Yeah,
if you
that's
don't
true.
know the
That's fair.
specifics?
Yeah. I'm so used to just like I don't even know if I truly give myself like time to process it,
Mm-hmm.
just because of how fast life can be. Because I forget, like, I had my dad's stuff out there. I was out there for a solid month and a half, and for a solid month and a half, I'm just focused on that, you know. And I feel like in that short time frame, that's the only time I'm able to process it in a healthy way, which isn't at all. I feel like real like real sitting down and processing it for real takes however fucking long you want it to. There's no set time. It's something you got to figure out. But just when I was younger, I just gave myself that time, that short time frame between all the Samoan stuff and the final goodbyes. That was it. Because once that's done, it's back to nigga. You better get your dumb ass up and get a job and work.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So just how like I don't know. I guess just the lifestyle and how it is, like how you're like, especially out here. You feel like you don't have time to process what you're. At least I didn't. I feel like I don't ever have time to process it because of all the responsibilities you have in the house, or and what have you.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to figure that out for myself, like how best to process everything I've been through, because I always just not demean or talk down, but I always like downplay things. It's a
Mm-hmm.
lot easier that way, but like I'm currently in the process of figuring out how to process grief as I drink a fucking White Claw.
Well, I think that's fair. I think that's the situation for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm. And
Um,
I've always felt like that was exclusive to Samoans, which is not. But I feel like, and you said it, like Samoans can understand it the best because of how crazy a Samoan funeral is.
I don't think it's so much as being crazy, but I think Samoans can understand each other's grief process because we all go through similar
Yes.
steps.
Mm-hmm.
We all have similar funeral proceedings, similar prep up to that day, and similar. So I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think it was a couple of years. I think it was for one of my family's funerals where we was prepping, getting everything ready, and I kind of realized, aside from, like, I know a lot of people have an issue with the money. A lot of people have an issue with sending money, especially for people they don't know. That's a big gripe in our community, and a lot of it comes from people who were born in the States. Um, I had Well, no, not that I have, but I've seen people tweet before, and recently, somebody tweeted recently
Mm-hmm.
saying, being in Samoa. I forgot who it was. I apologize because I'm totally taking your thoughts. But it said being in Samoa and having these funerals and preparing for these funerals made me realize sending money is the least amount of work that you could do.
Mm-hmm.
And she was out there work, at the funeral, and she was just like, sending money is nothing compared to all the preparation that you have to do here.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people have an issue with the money thing, but aside from the money thing, um, just the process of hosting everyone for a week or 2 weeks,
Boy,
having everyone come through.
bruh.
It's a hassle, but I also feel like if it wasn't that, it would be incredibly hard for these families to deal with these losses.
Yeah.
I
There's
think
man. Go
I,
on, bro. My
I
fault.
I think no, I think um having people there with you, having people visit, having people, like, it's always gonna hurt when you lose somebody, but it hurts a lot when it hits. Like
Mm-hmm.
that realization of like, oh snap, it's really happening.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you need people the most.
Man.
And with the funeral proceedings going the way they are, or the Samoan culture the way it is, to have people in and out the house 24/7 for a week or 2 weeks, to me, I've always looked at that like like moments of bonding.
Mm.
Like whether it be family that you see all the time and they're helping you prep, whether it be the friends or the distant family relatives who you don't get to see all the time and you see them and it's a lovely reunion, you
Yeah.
know, despite the circumstances. I always felt like that is so it's such a community thing,
Mm-hmm.
and it helps. I understand when it's all said and done and people go home and then the reality sets in and then the grief hits and
Ooh,
it
that's
hurts.
man, that silence is crazy, bro.
I
After
Yeah,
all that activity in the house and then just fucking silence, bro.
yeah,
That shit is wild, bro.
yeah.
That
I
shit.
and I
Oof.
get it, but imagine that silence without the catalyst or without the
Definitely,
the
man.
feeling of community those first 2 weeks.
It would be devastating,
Yeah,
bro.
you know what I'm saying? And so I just think we blessed to have these cultures and customs and traditions. And I just think people take one, they nitpick and they're just like, why do I gotta send money to these people and
Yeah.
we don't even know them? You know why? Because before you was born, and when your uncle or your auntie or your grandparents died, those people sent money to your family.
Mm.
And it's been that way. And we come in being ignorant, being young, being stingy,
Mm.
not understanding the whole the bigger picture,
Yeah.
and we just think it started with us. we
Right.
just we just think we the only ones that's getting taken from, and we
Mm.
not thinking of all the giving that has been done and been laid. Why do you think you sending these people money?
Mm-hmm.
You think your grandparents don't even know these people and just like, oh yeah, send those people money? That might
Mm.
happen with a pastor. That might happen with these people who get plugged and played, but with family and like with people that your family has known their family for generations and all that,
Mm-hmm.
it's not just a random person.
Right.
And as Samoans, like, we don't just represent ourselves. We never represent ourselves. Everything we do is for our people. I mean, it's for our it's for our family, it's for our lineage, it's for our ancestors. So you can't just come in with this mind state of, I don't even know these people. We don't even know these people. Like, no, bro. Like, those people I assume because, my grandma will go to a funeral with my grandma. I don't know none of these people. Never met them a day in my life. My grandma has lived with us for my whole life, 30 years. She go out of town every now and then, but for the most part, she just chilling at home. We go out of town to these families I've never met my whole 30 years of living, and they greet my grandma like she been with them their whole lives.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, auntie, how you doing, auntie? Oh, I miss you guys, blah blah blah. How's so and so? Oh, your dad is, oh, that's your dad. Oh, that's your they got a whole life before we was even a thought.
Mm-hmm.
And we represent them. We represent these people, our grandparents or whoever.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't just come in and be like trying to change things. That's how ignorant our people. That's how ignorant kids could be, to think, oh yeah, no, I don't know them. I'm not gonna say, like, shut. Like, I'm
Hey,
sick of
I
that.
I thought of that too, bro. I was like, man, if we never shared a bowl of I mean, you're not my family,
Hey,
you
that's
know.
fine. People gonna think like that, but they're
Mm-hmm.
ignorant. These people are ignorant. These people don't understand the culture. They don't, and so yeah, that's how I feel. I feel like that's the only nitpicking part. People don't understand the positives of our traditions, like
Yeah,
not being
there's
alone.
Yeah, there's definitely a silver lining in that, bruh. The community it brings, like, bruh. Yeah, I would not have known what to do if I didn't have that community with my family when, the stuff happened with my dad and my mother. You know what I mean? Like, bruh, that's just something I cherish forever. And I never realized that it was the culture, It's like, yeah, the death of my fucking parents brought us together, but it's like, bruh, the culture. And yeah, the culture did that, The culture will
Yeah.
continue to provide for us, bruh. That's such a that's wild. It's something I've always thought about, bro. Like how we all process grief. I think we might have strayed a little far because I think Sefa got hella passionate about the ignorance out there. It was like, hey, man, you nitpicking over some dumbass shit. Our culture is beautiful, nigga. The fuck.
That's how I
But
feel though. Like
yeah,
I
no,
just
I agree with you, bro. I agree with you. And like I said, I was that guy who like, man, why am I sending him money? I don't know that fucking guy. But it's like, bro, like, they probably knew my parents before I was ever born,
yeah,
helping my
that's
peoples out. So
yeah. It's just I mean, okay, so the grief part.
yeah, we were good, and then
well,
someone was like,
well
I'm fucking angry. I'm gonna
so
beat you all up.
because when you brought up grief, you brought up the process of funerals.
Yeah.
But I mean, you talking about grief like internally. Did you still want to talk about that? Because I mean, that's
No. I mean, I guess. Just
I
let it
listen
come
to
out
a
because
lot. I
it's.
listen to a lot of music and I eat a lot of food.
Yeah.
Like, and I make
I
a lot of
cry a lot.
and I make a lot of music and I cry. Like that's my
Yeah.
my grief process.
That's my grief process.
And it doesn't
I like the reason why I brought up culture is that like I said, like I've always felt like obviously Samoans, we just said it. Samoans will understand it better,
mm-hmm.
and like just because I brought it up because all of that, as beautiful as our culture is, it's fucking taxing.
Yeah.
It's taxing to you, to you and your household and what it is, bro. Couple that with the silence that comes after everyone leaves, you know. So I've
So
always wondered, like, is our process different from everyone else's because of the shit that we have to do in our culture, which I'm not complaining about, but it's like it's just it's something totally different that people who aren't Samoan or Polynesian wouldn't understand, you
I,
know?
I don't know about the extent of other cultures,
Yeah.
but like my sister has a really one of her best friends lost somebody, and they've had I don't know exactly, but I know that they were busy with the funeral proceedings for a week, maybe more.
Mm-hmm.
And so I can tell you right now, um, we're more alike than different to a lot of cultures, especially the minorities.
And I've grown up to realize that more and more, you
Yeah,
know?
like it's okay to be proud to be Samoan
Right.
or Polynesian, but you also got to understand a lot of our family culture, family norms, and this and that. It doesn't stop with us.
Right. Yeah, it's really not that different. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, specifically, maybe they don't do the pastor thing or the Matai thing, or they don't do the hosting families and setting up time slots and this and that, or the
Yeah.
mats. But there are other cultures who do come together, who do bond in times like this, who do
Yeah.
have a preparation, who do have people come from in and out of town
Mm-hmm.
and have these things. It's not just
Excuse me.
us. So I
Yeah.
don't think it's really too different, but I just can't speak specifically. But my
Right.
thing is, imagine this the Fall Out Love is happening in Samoa before needing before bills, before paying for kilowatts, paying for running water, paying for a cable bill, before the stresses of having a job or stresses of paying taxes or this or that. Like this proceeding is therapeutic.
Mm.
If we don't if you say it's draining, and it is, but imagine if you didn't have a job that you had to work while you were hosting. Or
Mm-hmm.
imagine if you didn't have to worry about the rent while you were hosting. And
Mm-hmm.
if you look at it like that, and how they probably had it back in the day, yeah, it was probably more stressful than a normal life. But I just see it as just another way that we bonded with each other, another way that it was a communal effort, and just being there for your people when they lose someone important.
Mm-hmm.
And so when it comes down to that, like, I think the culture is incredible. I also think we went right off the process of grief just like that.
Like, I can't get this guy to sit still, bro.
No, I said music and food. I make a lot of music. I write songs all the time when I'm sad. So, and I haven't been sad for a long.
Different.
Yeah, we aren't.
Wait, you haven't been sad in what?
I haven't been sad for a long time, so it's awesome.
Okay, yeah. Well, next time sadness comes, just let it wash over you, bro.
I did the last song you asked me to be on, and he's talking about my little cousins.
Oh
yeah,
yeah. Raw emotion.
So yeah, man. Other than that, man, do you have anything else to tell the people?
Nah. Besides this, our culture is beautiful, and appreciate your peoples, man. And Hassan Piker sucks. Shut up. Play Hogwarts Legacy. Just play already, you wuss.
Do you
what?
You got any Valentine's Day?
This has been another episode of the podcast. Hell no, I don't. What the fuck? No, I don't
know.
Bro.
I don't know. I'm
People's
asking.
Awareness Day?
I'm asking, bro.
Nah, hell no, I don't, bro. God damn, now I'm sad.
Ladies and gentlemen, Marcus has no plans. So his DMs are wide open.
Wide open.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
All right, man. I just wanted to know. You know, you might have like a Friendsgiving. You know, a Friendsgiving or something.
I'd be down for a Friendsgiving. What kind of dish would you bring? What kind of dish do you bring to a Friendsgiving, bro? What did you bring? Yeah,
chips and soda.
Chips and soda.
Yeah.
So you didn't consider them friends? No.
I can't cook. So what? Yo, everybody want an egg sandwich?
Yeah.
I cooked the hell out of an egg sandwich.
Yeah. Oh man, hell yeah. You can make some fried chicken. Or buy some fried chicken.
Yeah, I'll buy fried chicken. Man, that's too expensive. I'll make fried rice.
Fried rice?
That's I just made some fried rice and I made a little video like making it.
Uh-huh.
I seen so the homie G-Funk Supreme, he a rapper, Cambodian cat out of Long Beach. Okay. And he be showing himself cooking, but he like cook real food. Yeah. And so I was thinking about it and I was like, yo, I'm about to make this fried rice. I was like, yeah, so first off, you want to get your Bro, I watched it back, bro. I was like, "Oh, this is terrible, bro."
Hey, Boston. Hey. Boston. This is Boston.
The video was bad, but the food is always delicious. My fried rice is top tier, bro.
Okay.
Straight up.
I believe it. I'll take a plate. Can I get a plate?
No. But it's good. But it's good though. But yeah, man.
Other than that, I got nothing, bro.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, if we have nothing, this has been another episode of the Polytickin Podcast, man. My name is Marcus, and I'm here with Sefa M. Play Hogwarts Legacy. Go Fasoi 4, deadbeats.
Yeah, 5.
Shit. Thank you. What is